Welcome to Rugby Park, Marara. The Women's Grand Final here in Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia. A warm afternoon here. Hot and humid conditions. 30 degrees, 70% humidity. The game this afternoon being played between the Darwin Beavers in the pink and Tracy Village Razorbacks. Not too far away here now from some action. And welcome to the commentary box here this afternoon, Brian Clark. How are you, Brian?
Good, Dom. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Great to be back in sunny Darwin, and it's going to be a great game. We've had the Women's Division 4 teams, and these two teams were clearly a class above. In fact, the Darwin Beavers in the pink won all three of their games, and Tracy Village's only loss was to the Beavers in the prelim round.
There you go. So both teams in good form here. And yes, a pleasure to be calling a game of footy nines with you again, Brian.
Thank you. And a great time with the Olympics on, and our ambition to get in the Olympics. This is a great time to remind people the ultimate aim, what we're trying to achieve.
Yes, great aim it is too. Dominic McCormack and Brian Clark here with you. Footy nines, Women's Grand Final underway here. 15-minute halves. Beavers get the first ball away here. And caught running too far on that occasion for the Beavers is Shakayla Gardner-Dunn. So free kick straight away goes to Kiri Marshall for the Tracy Village Razorbacks. No one on the mark. Kick forward is marked. Has that gone sufficient distance? Yes, it has. So Laura Smith, a little bit too easy out of the middle there for the Razorbacks. And the shot on goal, straight through the middle. So Laura Smith, first goal on the board for the Tracy Village Razorbacks. 30 seconds, Brian, that's pretty quick.
Quick start, so good start, Dom. And just on the rules there, so in footy nines, because it's a smaller field, it's a 10-metre mark and it's a 10-metre bounce. So she clearly ran more than 10 metres, and it was a 10-metre mark. If normal footy, it wouldn't have been a mark because it's 15 metres. So that's the reason why.
Kira Marshall winning that ruck contest, but the Darwin Beavers taking the ball away there through Lexi Cagney. Kick up into the forward line. Taken well, little handball, kick on goal, and that's a goal. Good response there from the Beavers. Just trying to pick up that player. I think it might have been Joanna Gregory who kicked that goal from no less than 5 metres out. So quick response, 1-1.
Yeah, fantastic start by both teams with just over a minute and a goal each. This could be a cracker of a game, Dom.
That's exactly what you want it to be. Open, fast footy. 9-a-side, footy nines. Lots of space out there. Good tap again. Almost taken by Shakayla Gardner-Dunn. She goes in and picks it up. Has a bounce this time. Learnt from the last effort. Good kick forward. Sets it up well for her forwards. Almost a mark taken down there by Hardwick. Tracy Village trying to move the ball out of their defensive area. Has it gone over the line? It has. So a turnover immediately. Ball there to the Darwin Beavers will go to Jess Hardwick.
The last touch rule, Dom, that we have in footy nine. So as you can see, there's no boundary umpires out there. Makes it easy for people overseas. There's a less umpire they have to get, easier to play. Good
kick up into the forward 50. Target down there. Gregory, the goal kicker, could not take the mark. Over the footy. Ball pops out. Chip kick. Good centering ball. No mark taken. Good defence there from the Razorbacks. Almost picked up cleanly. Second attempt, third attempt. Ball pushed over the line. And the decision made is that it will be a kick for the Tracy Village Razorbacks to be able to move it away from their defensive zone.
Yeah, that's classified as a no score, Dom, because there are no points in footy nines, just the rugby goalposts. It's a kick in.
Low trajectory kick. Doesn't quite reach its mark. Off hands and goes to Lofts there for the Beavers. Another kick up inside forward 50. Gregory can't get there to take the mark. Pressure's on. Good pressure comes from Lexi Cagney. Ball chipped out. Goes to Gregory. Snap on goal. Don't tell me. She's kicked that. 15 metres out. Snap on the right boot. On the angle. And Gregory, she's kicked her second.
Fantastic. Yeah, great start. 2-1 already. We've had some really close games. We've had some shootouts throughout the day. We've had some blowouts as well. But this already is appearing to be a cracking game, Dom.
2-1 in favour of the Darwin Beavers.
And how good is that pink, Dom?
It's pretty eye-catching, Brian.
Don't see it every day.
No, you certainly don't.
The two teams that don't need a close jumper, Hawthorn and the Beavers.
There you go. Ball tossed high. One in that ruck contest again by the Beavers. Ball pushed forward. Good pressure coming there from Lexi Cagney. In strongly there was Sky Graham for the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Comes out here for the Beavers. Shot on goal, and that is another goal. Just checking who kicked that. Shakayla Gardner-Dunn on the burst, kicking that one. So 3-1. 11 minutes to go. Of course, a countdown clock there, Brian. 15-minute halves. Almost 4 minutes down.
What's happening here? Was it a goal?
I thought that was a goal.
It seemed that it indicated a goal, but it's a point.
The scoreboard shows 3-1.
Well, I don't know what's going on there, Dom.
That's a little bit of confusion with everybody, I think, there. So we'll just call the play. Ball in the hands there of Bonnie McKean. Long kick. That's a good defensive mark. Well done there, Zoe Clark. Needs to reset now here for her team. Tried to chip, didn't quite make her player. The mark taken there beautifully by Bonnie McKean, who just kept on running, had the shot at goal, missed. Tracy Village Razorbacks now to bring the ball back into play. 10.5 minutes and counting here. The clock does not stop. That can be crucial at times, so if one can get the ball back quickly, it's an advantage.
We've got a spare footy by the goalpost for that very reason. Let's get the game flowing.
So Tracy Village Razorbacks now. Ball in the hands of Zoe Clark. Long kick straight down the ground, looking for the goal kicker down there in Laura Smith. Couldn't take the footy. Cagney can. Kicks it back inside 50. And speaking of goal kickers, there she is. Joanna Gregory has 2 to her name already and has an opportunity here. 40-degree angle, 20 metres out.
Well, she's running a muck, Dom, in early days and is looking very confident to go back and kick her third.
Looking very comfortable with footy in hand. Deliberate approach. Kick on its way. Good looking drop punt, and that is just gone straight through the middle. Joanna Gregory, she has 3 goals.
Dominating. The goal umpire did not have to move. I love that in footy. When the goal umpire doesn't move, you know it's a pretty good kick.
They just can't get the ball past the middle at the moment.
They started off so well, Dom, didn't they? This straight downfield, there's a goal. I thought, hang on, this is going to be a real classic game, and it's already 4-1.
Already 4-1. Tracy Village, what can they do from the middle here? They've put Laura Smith into the middle against Bonnie McKean. So Laura Smith, the only goal kicker for the Razorbacks. A little bit of size, a little bit of height there, advantage. Wins it out this time. Ball goes straight there to Alviani. She turns it over. Little chip. Sideways, goes to Fox Schaefer. Good contest here near the boundary between her and Zara Dunn. Neither can pick up the ball cleanly. They're wrestling close to the line here. If it goes over, it's an immediate turnover. Razorbacks extract the footy. Kick upfield. Does not go out. The Beavers take the footy. Good smother there by Laura Smith, but it's come off her because she smothered, so it's an immediate turnover.
Nice touch.
Bonnie McKean, at last touch rule harsh. Goes to Gregory, the goal kicker. Goes over her head. Again, close to the line here. Pushed over. Does the ball go over? It does. And the Razorbacks to take the kick in. 4-1 the score. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, the rule here, Dom, is smaller field. Don't want to go over 50 yards, or it's a free 50 minutes. It's a free kick, but that was obviously a bit shorter.
So the kick in, not quite where she wanted it to go, and Shana Edwards taking the mark here for the Darwin Beavers. Kick on the way, low trajectory. I don't think that's what she was intending, but fortuitously, Joanna Gregory takes the mark.
Well, she'll say afterwards that,
perfect pass.
Yeah.
The 10-metre torpedo it was. So Joanna Gregory, that is a beautiful kick off the right boot. Joanna Gregory has kicked 4 goals in this first half, and the Darwin Beavers lead 5-1 with 7.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Great mark, went back, looked very confident, beautiful drop punt, another goal to the mighty Beavers.
So Tracy Village really needing to do some work at the centre bounce here. Have to get their hands on the footy and get it forward.
Got to use the body here, use that size advantage to get the ball down to the midfielders.
Laura Smith up in ruck, should have that advantage, taps it to herself. Ball towed away here. Beavers away with the footy through Gardner-Dunn. Nice handball to Gregory. Handballing forward again. Off hands now, not taken cleanly. Little snap comes from Fox Schaefer. Will it go through? What's the call? No goal.
Well, it was very close.
That was extremely close.
The umpires are closer to the action than you and I, Dom, but I think a scoreboard would have been great to look at. But we have a scoreboard. I meant an electronic one like at the G.
Yes, kick in is good. No mark taken down there by Graham for Tracy Village. Wrestlers on. Here comes Gardner Dunn. Takes the footy. Pirouettes around. That looked fantastic. Pops it up for her forward. Just can't get there in time. Good mark taken down there from Zoe Clark. Clark steps inside. Almost tackled. Pressure on the kick. Kicks the ball into the midfield. Laura Smith now. Can she pick it up? She can't. Coming in strongly there is Ria Salviani. Loses the footy. Kicked forward in favour of the Beavers. Gardner Dunn over the footy again. Can't quite get hold of it. Socket forward from Tracy Village. And illegal. Brian?
It's got to be deliberate. It's got to be a deliberate kick off the ground for that free kick to be played. If it's accidental, it's play on.
Gardner Dunn with the free kick. She's had some good moments already too in this first half. Ball kicked forward. Snap on goal. Play on. It's come off the post. Her handball forward comes now to Gregory. Just clears a path for herself. Handballs. Gets it to a teammate in Katie Sutherland. Snap on goal. That's a superb kick. And again, Brian, Joanna Gregory involved. Dealing off the handball there.
She's having a fair game, Dom. Having a fair game, I would say. That rule for the listeners and for the viewers is that in footy nines, if it hits the post, comes back in, it's play on.
So good play, and that scoreboard really ticking over here for the Darwin Beavers. 6-1 with 5 minutes to go in this first half. Ball tapped forward in favour of the Razorbacks, but Gardner Dunn takes hold of the footy, needs to get rid of it. She does. Good kick downfield. No mark to the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Coming in strongly, though, is Zoe Clark. Kicks it up to a teammate. Has a bit of a juggle. Gardner Dunn there again. She's everywhere and takes a free kick. Tackled without the footy. So Shakayla Gardner Dunn. She's kicked one goal. And she's racking up the possessions here. Long kick into forward 50. Mark take it. Yes, it is. Good mark too. Jess Hardwick. Right in front of goal. 30 metres out.
Well, they're simply dominating here, Dom. The Tracy Village have to just try something a bit different now because it's getting away from them.
Good kick off the right boot. Does it get through? Yes, it does. Good kick. Jess Hardwick. She nails a goal here in this first half. So you're talking about getting away from them, Brian. 7-1. That should be now.
7-1, yes. We just wait for the scoreboard attendant to change that. But 7-1, that's a clear domination. You can't argue with the scoreboard.
4 minutes to go. First half action here between the Darwin Beavers and the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Footy Nines Women's Grand Final here in Darwin, NT, Australia. Dominic McCormack and Brian Clark with you. Laura Smith, well done. Tapped it down beautifully. Loses out to Cagney. Can she get a hold of it? She can. Little handball forward. Goes to a teammate in Imogen Lofts. Goes for a bit of a run on the wing, if you don't mind. Has a bounce. Doesn't quite come back to her nicely. Now pops it up. Going for the fly here, Hardwick. She didn't get the chance to. Good mark taken down there by Sarah Wilson. Sarah Wilson now. Can she find a teammate? Low trajectory pass. She couldn't. Was cut off by Lofts again. Tracy Village over the footy. Fighting hard there for it for the Darwin Beavers, Cagney. So too there, Georgia Hutton for the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Looks a bit sore as she gets up, does Hutton. Ball tossed up high. Laura Smith wins it. Goes straight to Cagney. Chipped forward was McKean. Off target. No score.
So, Dom, it's not the fact that Tracy Village are getting dominated. They're not even getting their hands on the footy. That's what they've got to do. They've just got to slow it down a bit and make sure they take a few marks around the ground.
And that's a case in point right there. Opportunity. Didn't take the footy. Lexi Cagney there. Tried to take on that tackler. Dropped the footy. Good call by the umpire. Love it when the umpires agree with the commentators. Tumble punt up forward. On centre wing, maybe a push. No call from the umpire. And an accidental soccer out of bounds there will be an immediate turnover. So, Brian, an opportunity here for the Razorbacks. The first time they'll be able to kick the ball inside their forward zone.
It's been a while, Dom. It's been a good 10 minutes, I would say.
Ball in the hands of Crystal Jones for Tracy Village. Good kick. Long kick. Can Laura Smith take a grab? She can't. Spills to the back. Opportunity here. Defence for the Beavers goes to work. Good kick up into the middle. No mark taken. Ball stolen away by Raysinger. She's tackled, drops the footy. Handball backwards to a teammate. That's a great smother and steal. What a steal that was. Well done there by Gabriella Raysinger. Kicks long down into her forward line. On the chase there is Jess Hardwick. She's already kicked a goal in this first half. Gets the ball to McKean. Handballs again to a teammate there in Raysinger. And that is superb. Kicks the goal and What an effort by Racinger, Brian. We saw her on centre wing smother the ball and in fact catch the ball as she did it, and she ends up following her work all the way down to the goal line, kicks the goal.
It doesn't matter what level of footy you're playing, whether it's juniors, whether it's community, whether it's the AFL. Any coach of any team would just love that from his player.
Yeah, superb effort there from Gabriella Racinger, and she becomes the 5th goal kicker for the Darwin Beavers in this first half. They've moved on to 8-1, under 1 minute to go in this first half. Ruck contest, one down by Laura Smith, again stolen away by Gardner Dunn. Can't quite pick it up. Third attempt, still can't quite get there. Clears a path for Cagney. She can. Long kick on goal is out of bounds. So the immediate turnover. Tracy Village Razorbacks, Brian, they've got 30 seconds, less than that by the time they bring the footy to the goal line.
Well, yeah, they said before, they've just got to get their hands on the footy and they have to retain possession. They're just turning it over too much at the moment.
The Beavers forward press is on. All their players bar 2 in the forward half. Ball kicked out to the wing. Cagney, she's been good, gets hold of the footy, kicks into the corridor. Ball marked on that occasion by Zoe Clark, who's tried really hard in defence for the Razorbacks. Kicks forward. Mark taken on the siren there by Imogen Lofts, and brings that first half to an end. The Darwin Beavers leading in the women's grand final of the Darwin Footy Nines, 8-1 against the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Welcome back to Rugby Park Marara. Second half action of the women's grand final just about to get underway here. You're with Dominic McCormack and Brian Clark for this match. Scoreline, Darwin Beavers leading 8-1 against the Tracy Village Razorbacks. Ball in the middle, Laura Smith up high. Cagney after it for the Darwin Beavers. Thought that she might have been taken high, but she's going to have a free kick called against her here.
That's holding the ball clearly, Dom.
So Laura Smith, well done. First positive possession out of the middle. Kicks a nice pass to Rias Alviani. Needs to use the ball well here. They have not been able to retain possession so far. Nice kick up to Laura Smith. Couldn't take the grab. Here she is again. Gardner Dunn takes the footy. Chips out wide. Has a player waiting out there for in Cassandra Glover. Glover, kick up to a teammate who couldn't take the grab there in Fox Schaefer. Comes off hands. Attacking the ball is Racinger. Nice little handball out. Chips it away there by hand to Gardner Dunn. Gets it off to Racinger. Runs 5 metres and kicks on goal. Kicks it through beautifully. Clarkie, that was just beautiful play by the ladies from the Darwin Beavers there.
They seem to have taken a liking to the Footy Nines format, Don. It's like they've been playing it for quite some time. They move the ball very, very well and they take the chances.
Oh, Shakayla Gardner-Dunn was just outstanding there. And again, we've seen the work ethic from Gabriella Racinger on a number of occasions. Love the way she was so calm running towards goal there and putting it straight through the middle.
Yeah, great kick, great result for them.
So really good play. Again, same as the first half, Tracy Village with hands on the footy early, but unable to convert on this occasion. Laura Smith wins that ruck contest again. Gardner Dunn, first one there, comes away with the footy. Good long kick down towards Racinger. Bumped off the footy by her opponent. Gardner Dunn coming in. Ball taken on this occasion by McKean. Got the handball away. Uses Gardner Dunn. Was not unselfish. Got it to Racinger. Couldn't handle. Racinger back in again. Had the footy torn away from her there by Emily Graham. Tracy Village Razorbacks get the footy away and kick it upfield. On the chase now is Sky Graham. Pushing her off the footy was Cassandra Glover. Takes the footy. Takes the tackle. Gets the kick away now. No one can take it cleanly. Well done down there by Zoe Clark. She's had to work really hard in defence. Got her kick away. No mark taken by Bonnie McKean. Now she gets her kick away. Waiting all by herself down there, Jess Hardwick. Takes the mark. 15 out from goal. Plays on. Kicks on goal. Hits the post. Play on is the call. Racinger's there. Just picks up the footy. Attacks the goal. Kicks it straight through the middle.
There's some very good footy being played here, Dom. This is a very impressive standard for the women's grand final.
Very, very positive footy indeed. And from a Darwin Beavers perspective, Brian, that scoreboard just ticking over. 8-1 at half-time. After 2.5 minutes in their second half, they've already extended that to 10-1.
It's a decent lead, one would say, Dom.
That's the understatement of the afternoon. Racinger with both goals in this second half. On this occasion, McKean winning the ruck contest. Gets it out there to Lexi Cagney. Long kick, good kick. Mark taken. I think that might be Katie Sutherland down there. Long kick. Oh, that's a beautiful kick. Gets the high fives from her opponent down there as well. Just positive footy and doing exactly the right thing, Brian. Long kick into that forward line, taking the mark and then steadying and kicking the goal.
Yeah, it's a difficult game, but when you're playing well, it's a very simple game. Get ball, see ball, kick ball, goal.
Laura Smith, what can she do in the middle for the Razorbacks? Taps it again. She's doing what she can by winning that footy. Cagney got after it, and she's now tackled Laura Smith. The umpire crosses his chest and says, I will have it. Tosses it up again. McKean up against Laura Smith. Beavers come away with it initially. Cagney pushes off her opponent. Gardner-Dunn in there, tries to get it to McKean by hand. Laura Smith over the footy. McKean trying to back out of it, tackled. The umpire wisely calls the footy to himself, tosses it up quickly. Laura Smith wins it again. Taken away, however, by Nyana Patmore. Well done to her, gets the ball up forward. Attacking the ball well was Jess Hardwick, gets the footy. Thought she might have run herself back into trouble. She hasn't. Takes a bounce. Loses the footy as it came back to her. Gets it. Up to Gardner-Dunn. Sprints away. Has a little chip. The team play. Superb. Goes to her teammate. Finds Lofts. Lofts just goes straight up and kicks the goal. Gardner-Dunn. Outstanding.
Well, they're just playing the team football, as you said, Dom. They're playing as a team. The handball away just then was a beautiful little handball to the teammate running past. And I think that's the big difference between the two teams. You've just got a team of 9 players just working so well together.
Well, I was just so impressed by Gardner-Dunn there. She could have blazed away. She had time and space, but no, saw her teammate in the clear, popped it on her chest, and Lofts did the rest. Ruck contest won again by the Razorbacks, but Cagney coming away with it. Beautiful pass. A little bit too hot to handle there for Hardwick. Goes back and gets it. Nice handball up to Cagney. Chip kick. Off target on this occasion. Razorbacks, their defence being challenged. Ball kicked up through the middle. Racinger, can she take it? No, she can't. Laura Smith had it, lost it. Goes back in and gets it again. Handballs away to a teammate who's wrapped up immediately in a tackle. That was Crystal Jones. Ball tossed high. Laura Smith wins it. Alviani needs to pick up the footy. Can't do so. Went back in and had another crack. Beavers now in numbers. They lose the footy as well. Marshall takes it for the Razorbacks. Almost a one-hander down there from Pat Moore. Goes back and gets it. Kicks out to some space and finds Racinger. Crystal Jones just being asked to go back on her mark. Racinger with the little chip. It's a good one. Finds the teammate there in Shakayla Gardner-Dunn. You'd be hard-pressed to argue that she's not best on ground. Look, trying to find her teammate, couldn't find her on this occasion. That's a good mark under pressure. The defensive unit for the Razorbacks under all sorts of pressure down there. Good mark taken. Little chip kick. Almost to Marshall, but not quite. Off hands, Racinger goes to Gardner-Dunn. She's tackled, handballs the ball away, back to Racinger. Up into forward 50. No mark taken by Fox Schaefer. Clears a path for her teammate in Lofts. Lofts has a crack at goal. Off target on this occasion. Score check here, 12-1 favouring the Beavers. 8 minutes to go in this second half of the Women's Grand Final of Footy Nines. Zoe Clark brings that footy back into play. Nice kick. Finds her teammate in Sky Graham. Needs to find a teammate here. Looks for Laura Smith. Goes over her head, back onto the footy. Picks it up, gets a handball away. Stolen by Racinger. Long kick inside forward 50. Zoe Clark. What would they have done without her?
It's better to say, Dom, she's played really well.
Up to her teammate in Sky Graham. Couldn't take the mark. Gardner-Dunn paddles in front of herself. Paddles again. Now needs to pick it up. Socket accidentally by Graham on that occasion. Picks it up. Gee, she did well. Took the pressure. Got it away to Hutton. Hutton now. Little chip. Laura Smith underneath it. 2 grabs. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Pressure came from McKean. Kicks inside the forward line. Razorbacks defence under pressure. Racinger takes it, cut off by Graham. Just puts the boot into it. Good plan. Up into the corridor. Only one's attacking it harder, the Beavers. Coming through strongly on that occasion was Edwards. Out wide. Looking for Lofts. Teammates come to help her, but she manages to take the footy herself. Little chip into the corridor. Graham attacking the footy. Can't quite pick it up. Body on body. Good work there by Jess Hardwick. Handball's out to Cagney. Lexi Cagney over the footy, picks up, steps away from an opponent. Long kick up into the forward line, over the back, almost a mark taken by Fox Schaefer. Working hard, she's up against Zoe Clark. Zoe Clark gets hold of it, little chip out. Jess Hardwick pursuing the footy. Teammate in Racinger, giving her a shepherd. Handballs off to Cagney. Open space, kicks on goal. Making it look easy. 13 goals to 1. That was beautiful by Cagney. Worked very hard. Her first goal for the match.
Yeah, look, it's just sheer dominance here. But you know what? Tracy Village have had a real dip the whole game. They've really competed. They've been outclassed, and that's obvious. But they are really having a dip. You can't fault their effort.
Love Zoe Clark in defence for the Razorbacks.
Game.
Been outstanding. Scoreline would have been far worse if it hadn't been for her. But 13-1. 6 minutes to go in the women's grand final. Laura Smith again in the middle. Wins the ruck tap out. She just can't get that player to come with her and take the footy away. Alviani gets it. Couldn't get rid of the footy. Tackle, drops the ball. Play on advantage is the call. Lofts with the footy. Kicks, almost smothered. The Razorbacks defence just missing the footy there. Peterson couldn't quite get hold of it. Racinger. She's worked hard, onto the footy again, and from 15 metres out pops yet another one straight through the middle. She's kicked 3 in this second half. 15-1 is the score. Now to those 7 goals in the second half, she has 3 to her name.
Quite a few players, Dom, with a bag at this stage. But yeah, as I said before, a very, very good team effort.
5 minutes to go. Laura Smith again wins the ruck tap out. Alviani had opportunity to take first possession, couldn't do it. Katie Sutherland did for the Beavers. Kicks up to 40 out from goal. The defence for the Razorbacks again working hard. The kick out came towards Alviani. Could not take the footy. And the free kick, unfortunately for her, will go to the Darwin Beavers. So Katie Sutherland with the free. Trying to bring the ball back into play. A little bit of a dispute here between the umpires as to who should be standing where. But Katie Sutherland now with ball in hand.
Take 2.
Her opponent there in Crystal Jones on the mark. Tried to smother, couldn't quite get there. Long kick down into the forward line. Possession to Kiana Browns, working very hard for it. Gardner Dunn sweating on the loose ball. No loose ball comes her way. Good fighting there from Kiri Marshall. Ball tossed high. Kiri Marshall wins that. Ball tapped out to Alviani. Racinger chased after it, got the footy, tackled her opponent in Sarah Wilson, and holding decision going against Racinger on this occasion, and we'll go to Sarah Wilson. Put a body on the line more than once here this afternoon. Just under 4 minutes to go. Low ball. Taken beautifully by Marshall. It wasn't intended for her. Alviani hits the footy hard, couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. Little handball comes out here to Gardner Dunn. Keeps the footy in just. Paddled it back. Crystal Marshall for the Razorbacks almost had it. And the umpire says, I will have it, and they'll ball it up. Close to the boundary line. And sensibly, Mark Noonan, the central umpire, taking the footy in 5 metres. Laura Smith wins that one, but stolen yet again. Shakayla Gardner Dunn. Up to the attacking zone. Zoe Clark again in the defensive area, saves another forward thrust from the Beavers. Kicks into the corridor. Racinger, she's just grown into this game. Handballs beautifully off to Lofts, has a shot at goal. It's going to fall short. No, it won't. In fact, it clears the line, but misses everything to the left.
It's been a domination, but let's not forget that they've played 3 games each to get to the final. And Tracy Village have done really well to make the final, and Christelle Jones, who's organised the team, has done a magnificent job.
Well done to her and well done to her team. Bringing the footy into play, Zoe Clark, the mark almost taken to Marshall. Can she get the footy away? No, she can't. Wrapped up straight away, and a good tackle there. The ladies are feeling it here. It's very warm, very humid, tough conditions. Marshall in the ruck, wins that against McKean. Cagney does beautifully, gets it off to Gardner Dunn, little chip on the right boot, looking for a teammate. Good punch away there came from, of course, Zoe Clark. Taking the footy is Glover. Free kick paid for a throw.
Definitely a throw.
So Cagney trying to sneak away, but the throw was called. 2 minutes to go. Can Tracy Village get another goal on the board? They deserve another goal for the effort of their defensive unit. This kick cut off by Gardner-Dunn. Little chip down there towards Cassandra Glover. Can she collect before the boundary? She can. Steps inside, broke the tackle. Great smother. Comes again to Zoe Clark. Gets a kick away, goes over the boundary. That'll be a turnover straight away. Gardner-Dunn will take that free. Gardner-Dunn now. And 1.5 minutes to go. Long kick inside forward 50. Cagney was there, couldn't take the mark. The ball evades the other forwards there for the Beavers, and a good tackle taken by Cagney on Laura Smith. Did well to hold the bigger opponent up. She's lost a boot now as Laura Smith. Ruck contest comes down. Gardner-Dunn steps one way then the other. Just a touch of class. Snaps on goal. Can she finish? Can she finish? She can't. 14-1 is the scoreline. Less than a minute to go in this women's grand final. Dominic McCormack and Brian Clark with you. It's been a bit of an exhibition here from the Darwin Beavers, but the Tracy Village Razorbacks have not stopped trying. In particular, this lady who's now going to bring the ball back into play, Zoe Clark, and the ruck in Laura Smith. They have just tried and tried. Kick goes out to Sky Graham. Takes possession, steps inside nicely, goes with the right boot. Reels off a torpedo, if you don't mind, Brian. That's a great kick. Yeah. Looking out there for Kiri Marshall. Can't quite get hold of the footy. They fall on top of her as she tried to pick it up. The umpire says, I will have it. 20 seconds to go in this grand final. The score is 14-1. The main goal kickers, Gabriella Racinger with 4 and Joanna Gregory with 4 for the Darwin Beavers. Ball comes down from the ruck contest to Shakayla Gardner-Dunn. Been very good, gets the ball again. Nice little handball off to Fox Schaefer, taken in a good tackle. McKean comes through strongly, paddles the ball in front of herself, steps one way then the other. Bit of a blue on behind the scenes there. And the siren sounds to end this grand final. 14-1. The Darwin Beavers have beaten the Tracy Village Razorbacks in the women's grand final of the Footy Nights.